Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because, honestly, we are about to unlock what is literally a life-saving reading skill for your academic journey. We're zeroing in on Lesson 34, Identifying Topic Sentences. Basically, we're going to learn how to quickly and accurately pinpoint the exact main idea of any paragraph you read.
Let's be totally honest for a second here. Have you ever opened up a new reading assignment, stared at a massive, dense wall of text, and instantly felt just completely lost in a sea of academic writing? Yeah, it is incredibly intimidating. But don't worry, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. Okay, let's dive into this.
Just take a look at this quote straight from the source material. It says, "Understanding textbooks can be difficult because they often express complex concepts or ideas and use specialized vocabulary." See? Feeling completely overwhelmed is a totally normal reaction to this kind of dense reading. But today, I promise you a highly structured, foolproof solution to just cut right through all that complexity. Here is our quick roadmap for today. 1. Decoding dense paragraphs. 2. What is a topic sentence? 3. Features of a topic sentence. 4. Spotting the main idea. And finally, 5. Your reading superpower. And funnily enough, this agenda is basically a roadmap for our explainer, exactly like a topic sentence is a roadmap for a paragraph.
All right, Section 1, Decoding Dense Paragraphs. The problem. Let's treat a heavy academic paragraph like a giant puzzle that just needs decoding.
Think of it this way. Before we can solve that puzzle, we really need to understand its blueprint. Every well-written academic paragraph is built with a very specific anatomy. It always contains one main topic and essential main idea. And literally everything else around that idea, it's just supporting tissue. We're talking about your evidence, your citations, explanations, and examples. Once you realize that most of the words you're reading are really just there to prop up one single central thought, the whole paragraph suddenly becomes way less intimidating. Moving right along to Section 2. What is a topic sentence? The reveal. This is where we unveil the ultimate tool for cutting through the noise. So here is the formal definition. A topic sentence is a sentence in a paragraph, often one of the first sentences, which expresses the topic of that paragraph. Think of it as the anchor. It's the thing that holds the entire paragraph together, and it dictates exactly what information actually belongs there and what doesn't. So, the crucial point is that this sentence is your route map. When a writer places this map early on in the text, it prospects ahead with really clear signaling. It literally orients you, the reader, so you can anticipate the writer's conclusions before they even get there. You're not just wandering around in the dark, you're being guided on a very specific, deliberate path. Which brings us to Section 3, Features of a Topic Sentence. The rules. Let's break down the actual biological anatomy of a perfect topic sentence. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing what that anatomy actually looks like in practice. There are 4 essential rules to crafting a perfect topic sentence. First off, it absolutely must have a controlling idea that limits the topic. Second, it is not a simple fact. There has to be something to actually discuss. Third, it has to be specific. But fourth, and this is a delicate balancing act, it cannot be too specific, or the writer literally leaves themselves nowhere to go. Okay, time to put this to the test. Listen to these 2 sentences. Libraries have books versus soccer is popular for many reasons. Take a quick second and guess which one of those is the stronger topic sentence. Got it? Well, if you guess the second one, you hit the nail on the head. Libraries have books is just an unhelpful fact. I mean, there's really nothing more to say about it, right? But soccer is popular for many reasons introduces a controlling idea. It instantly makes you expect a whole paragraph detailing exactly why soccer is so popular. Let's look at another contrast. Tea is delicious versus green tea has many health benefits. Now, tea is delicious is just way too broad. Where does the writer even begin with that? But by narrowing it down to the specific health benefits of green tea, the writer gives themselves, and you, a very clear, structured path to follow. And this brilliantly illustrates how these rules apply when we look at opinion paragraphs. If a paragraph is meant to persuade you or express a viewpoint, the topic sentence absolutely must express an opinion. If you can't think of at least 2 good reasons to support it, it's just not doing its job. For example, there are several types of camels. That's purely factual. It's a terrible topic sentence for an opinion piece, but listen to the alternative. Camels are interesting desert animals. The word interesting is completely subjective.
It's an opinion, and it instantly invites the writer to provide reasons and arguments to actually convince you why they're so interesting. Okay, moving to section 4, spotting the main idea, the hunt. We know what these sentences look like, but now we need to know where they actually hide in the wild.
So where do they hide? Well, most of the time, you're going to find them sitting right at the very front as the first sentence ready to orientate you. However, sometimes writers use that very first sentence to transition from a previous paragraph. And when that happens, the topic sentence gets pushed down into the second spot. And occasionally, though it's definitely less common, you'll find it all the way at the very end of the paragraph, acting as a concluding main point after all the evidence has been laid out.
Now, if you're ever struggling to find it, here's a fantastic independent study tip straight from our source material. Break the sentence down to its core parts: subject, verb, object. Or to put it even more simply, just ask yourself, who or what does what? By stripping away all those extra adjectives and clauses, you can instantly lock on to the main idea of the sentence and figure out if it's acting as the controlling idea for the whole paragraph.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our final section. Section 5, your reading superpower, the payoff. Stringing these sentences together unlocks something pretty amazing.
This is what I like to call the ultimate skimming strategy. Here's how it works. Step 1, read the title. Step 2, read the headings. And step 3, read only the topic sentences of each paragraph. Just doing this allows you to build a complete, highly accurate mental outline of a massive academic text without actually having to read every single word. It's a total game changer. And look, this isn't just some lazy shortcut. It's a rigorously proven academic technique for efficient comprehension. As our source explicitly notes, quote, reducing a text to just topic sentences can provide an overview which helps the reader navigate content, end quote. You instantly comprehend the organization of the ideas. You can always go back and close read the supported details later if you really need to, but this gives you that immediate, big picture structural map.
So I want to leave you with this provocative question today. How much time are you going to save on your next reading assignment? Seriously, the next time you're faced with a dense, intimidating chapter, don't get bogged down in all that supporting tissue. Use your new treasure map, hunt down those controlling ideas, zero in on the topic sentences, and conquer that text with total confidence. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy reading!